Currently, there's one one-wheel race that rules them all. There's $10,000 at stake. This race is called Race for the Rail. And not everyone gets invited to this race. To get invited to this race, you gotta do one of two things. The first being get a ticket. So there's a Western and Eastern qualifier. If you go to one of them, they're a pretty big race. You qualify, you get into the finals, you gotta place top 4 and you get a ticket. The second way is power rankings. Basically, it's like a national power ranking of where you are with the different races and the different performance that you had. And you can go to any race that's ORL sanctioned or the qualifiers, and it'll put you in a certain level of ranking as you accumulate points for these different races. Ever since I got my one wheel, it's basically been my goal to participate in the Race for the Rail, but I had just a really tough time last year putting it all together and making it in. So I didn't make it, right? And I was a little bummed, but I was like, I gotta train harder and next season really go for it. So I trained really, really hard this year, and then I got injured at the first race. It was a huge bummer. And then I was basically just out for, the second race. I still raced, didn't do very well. And then came Wheel Scorcher. Wheel Scorcher was a lot of fun. It was the first race I was relatively injury-free, and I was able to really push it, and it actually felt good. And finally, I felt like I was able to put my best foot forward for the most part, except for my board fell down the mountain, making me pretty discouraged, but I kept pushing on. I ended up getting 4th place overall, was really stoked on that. And then finally, we've got Eastern qualifiers. It was a ton of fun. I was able to get there a little bit early to really extra learn the trails to really feel comfortable with it. And so I nailed the qualifiers, got 2nd place in qualifiers, but then finals, I was a little worried about it. And that was because it was basically a jump track that forced you to kind of jump tail heavy, which I wasn't used to. And then if you really wanted to send it, you would get a lot of air and then tilt the board in the air to land. But then if you over tilt, the board's gonna nosedive on you and it's gonna deactivate, which happened to a couple people. But I wasn't really able to do the jump tracks to my best ability, so I made sure to kind of play it safe through the jump track and then push it through the end, which ended up working out. And I ended up getting 3rd place, I got podium. I didn't think I would do that well because that jump track just wasn't to my strength, but I think I was able to just make it up afterwards, trying to catch riders at the end, which was awesome. It was a ton of fun. So all that being said, placing 3rd place at Eastern qualifiers got me a ticket to Race for the Rail. So I'm going, baby. I feel super lucky to be racing with all these racers. It's gonna be a ton of fun. It's gonna be really, really difficult. Everybody's gonna be really, really good. It's the cream of the crop here. It's gonna be insane. Make sure to follow it. Make sure to go to Onewheel's channel. It's gonna be on Sunday at, I don't know what time, but just follow their channel. It's gonna tell you, but it's gonna be insane. But for now, I'm gonna go hit these trails real quick.